Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whichever part of the world you are. I'm very happy to be here under this on this occasion where we are launching the 40 under 40. So once upon a time, I was also young. I also have to be in one of these lists. I was in Time Magazine's list of 100 under 40. Yeah, that is 100 young global leaders who are under 40 of Time Magazine in 1994. So reminds me that I was young once upon a time, but I feel still young because I think it's all in the mind. I still jog 5 kilometers a day. And I think I'm the only one who jogs in the Lodi Garden, the famous Lodi Garden in Delhi at my age, at 68. So very happy to be here with people who are being honored today and who have a big connect with India. I think the future belongs to the young people. I mean, I guess our time is basically my generation. The time is kind of over, and I think it's time the younger generation takes over the world because they are innovative. When we say, "Well, this is a solution," they come up and say, "No, that is not the solution. There are better solutions. There are more innovative solutions," and I think we have before us some of the biggest challenges. Now, the global leaders are meeting in Glasgow to protect the environment. I think these are issues on which the young generation has very strong views, on which their views actually must dominate, because we people are accustomed to coal-fired plants, nuclear plants, and unlimited growth without a concern for what happens to the future generations. I think the present generation under 40 are hugely conscious of their responsibilities to the world. And they are also conscious that we don't exist in silos. And unfortunately, for the past few years, nations have been becoming xenophobic, getting back into their silos. And I think it had a lot to do with, a US government, which was very xenophobic, which was very, very exclusive. And I think we are happy the world is getting together again. I think it's time that we all get together, share our issues, we together solve the problems of the world. Environment is a big problem. Employment is an issue. I think peace and living together is a massive issue. I think fundamentalism is a big issue. Terrorism is a massive issue for countries all across the world, not only for India. I think these are all issues in which the younger generation has very promising views. They all believe that we are all meant to live together and our fate is decided together. So I'm very happy that you are putting together this group of young people, getting them all together into one platform, launching people who are willing to think different. And I think that's so important. In fact, when I was young, my autobiography was published when I was 38, I guess. And the title of the book was Making a Difference. I think if there is one thing that we are born for, I think is to make a difference to the world, to leave the world a better place than when we came in. But we see that the past 10 years, the world has become so much worse, more polluted, more of radicalism, fundamentalism, xenophobia, I don't know what not. I think all these basically has to change, and of course, of late, the virus attacking the entire world. So I think we need to think different. I think we all survive together, and this is something which I think nations must realize. There is an overemphasis on the nation state. Yes, nation states are important. I think, but also we all exist together. I think we need to talk about sharing things. Like the house where I live in Delhi, I mean, it's a massive bungalow which was given to me when I was tourism minister of India. It's 3 acres. I have accommodated 43 people in my house. In my house means there are outhouses, and we look after all of them. I think so. We need to really share the responsibility and say, well, it's not enough to preach. We really need to act, and we just need to all put our heads together. If for people who could afford to feed one more person in this world was feeding that one more person, there would be no hunger in this world. Similarly, I think we all need to think of ways to create more jobs for people, because the best way to equity is really jobs, and when people can do meaningful things. So I'm very happy. The European Union, countries of the European Union, UK and India, we are all democracies who believe fundamentally in the constitutional right of liberty and freedom, and unlimited initiative which young people have. So I think we all need to get together. We need to trade more. We need to have more exchanges, more of intellectual exercises of meeting people. And hopefully, once the virus is over, which hopefully will happen in the next few months, and I'm hoping that because I was tourism minister of India, so I'm hoping that once the virus is over, people will start traveling a lot more and really come to places, travel first of all in Europe, in your nearby countries, and then come to India. I mean, let me tell you, India has so much to be seen. It's an incredible country with so much of tradition. It's a 5,000-year-old civilization. And if you really try to read up a few things about India, the kind of intellectualism that was in India 5,000 years back, the kind of philosophy that we talked about long before the Greeks or the Romans or anybody else, I think it's incredible talking about, the universe, the Milky Way and all that stuff thousands of years back, and also really come out with, solutions to medical problems and astronomy, astrology, the whole lot of stuff, I think, on which the human race so much depended on for progress. All this, India was a leader once upon a time. Of course, we still have poverty in India. We still need a lot more jobs to be created. But all this is possible when all of us get together. And I think that is the whole purpose of honoring young people, because they are willing to step out of their shoes and share resources and to make this world a better place. So congratulations, 40 under 40, and to the organizers who are putting it together. And may these 40 take over the world. Literally take over your countries first, and then take over the world, because we need people who want to change the world to be in power in various countries. Take over corporations who just don't think only about profits. Yes, profits are very important, but who can think beyond profits also, and think of the human race as a whole. So I think this is the kind of group which is going to lead the world in the future. So all the best, young people, and congratulations to the organizers for putting this program together. And thank you so much for inviting me to be speaking best.